I can't believe that I'm back here yet again, just over a year after I first visited. Welcome to the Day One vlog, here from Cedar Point, here in Ohio, United States of America. And here we go, Alex's first ever visit to what in my opinion is the best amusement park in the world, one of my favourite ever parks. And here we go, this is it.
Very nice entrance so far.
It is.
I can compare right now, I mean, seeing the skyline, so it's impressive. There we go, national anthem.
Driving over is just crazy, isn't it? Seeing all the coasters. Brett's here as well. Back at Cedar for Brett.
We've got some beautiful weather. I think we couldn't ask for a better day, could we?
I mean, weather is looking good so far. We're looking at about 22 degrees Celsius, but sunshine all day. Park hours, right, it's open from 10 till 10, however we get an hour's early access. So it's currently 9 AM. And yeah, everyone's here doing the national anthem. Look at this.
Everybody's joining in.
Everybody's facing towards the flag. It's nice, isn't it? So nice. So yes, good morning and welcome to Cedar Point. Let's go. There we go then, so the national anthem has come to an end. I do like how they're all sort of paying respect to their country here at this very impressive amusement park. It is crazy, isn't it? I mean, it's very different.
Patriotic!
Yeah, it's very just different, isn't it? I mean, you'd never see something like that back home, and that's kind of what makes it. It's just different things, and that's what Cedar Fair do across their parks. But here we go, walking down the main midway just here. So many iconic rides off to either side, and I must say, it's so good to be back.
It felt really awkward walking to the entrance because obviously us three are all Brits and everybody is singing the national anthem. And a few people kind of giving us like dirty looks and think, oh, why aren't you joining in? But I'm not being funny, I love it and I think it's brilliant and I support it and it's all amazing. I don't know the lyrics, so even if I tried, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think, you know, people understood that we were British,
I think people soon got the
I think it'd be a bit weird for us to sing the American national anthem when we're not from here. I completely respect the fact that they're doing it.
Love it.
You know, and I think it makes the park.
Yeah, the park that is.
It's really nice, you know. However, us singing it, like Alex said, I don't have a clue. I don't know my own national anthem, so
I don't have a good singing voice either, so you don't, no one needs to.
I don't even know the British national anthem, to be honest. All I know is the anthem of riding coasters, and that's what we're going to be doing lots of over the next 2 days. Oh boy, and there she is, Steel Vengeance here at Cedar Point. Last year when I came here, I was so excited to get on this for the first time, and I absolutely loved it. It was my #1 roller coaster. It's time to find out if it still is. I mean, you've got the huge entrance sign over here, look at that. Whoa, it looks like he's running fast, and of course, first ride for Alex on this. Brett's getting on, I think it's his 3rd go. You can see last year it won the Golden Ticket Award there as well for Best New Ride, and they've got that there on the entrance. How long is he going to keep that title for? Who knows? But so yeah, there's a few changes around here this year in terms of the baggage policy. Before you weren't allowed to take bags into the queue line, you had to use a locker. That is the same. However, if you've just got like a phone or some like a small item, you are actually allowed to take it into the queue line, and then you have to put it into like a little pouch that is attached to the seat on the ride. So me personally, I still wish it just had a normal baggage hold on the station. You know, I'm not a big fan of rides what make you use a locker, especially when it's a paid service. However, it is more than worth it for Steel Vengeance. So here we go, I'll share some off-ride footage, then we'll come off, and yeah, we'll find out what they thought. again, so we've just come off Steel Vengeance. Absolutely amazing to get back on that coaster. Running 3 trains today. In terms of operations, because of that whole baggage system that I mentioned before we went on, it is slowing it down quite a bit. 3 trains are actually stacking up on there. We'll take away from that, the ride itself. Just come off that. I didn't know how I was going to feel going on it again, especially a morning ride, you know, in terms of warming up. That is still #1 by quite a fair margin. In my opinion, that is the best roller coaster operating in the world right now. It's certainly the best machine that I've ever seen in action, and obviously all the theme parks that I've been to out there. Some of the elements on there might not be for everyone because it's a very, very intense coaster. My only thing with that ride, and I said it when I went on it for the first time, it is them restraints. I do wish that RMC would work a little bit more on the restraints, as I do find it a little bit uncomfortable. You know, on the thighs with that. I just think, you know, when you're being whacked up with so much airtime, you know, it just isn't great really in terms of that. But there you go. You know my thoughts on it. I still think it was absolutely excellent. Like the amount of airtime on that thing is insane. It's got more airtime than any other coaster in the world, and that's a proven fact from the statistics of the ride. That first drop is insane. I think for me, it's the fact you do this loop round a few times throughout the structure, and towards the end of the ride, you've got them inversions actually underneath the structure itself. So it works as a brilliant near miss. And of course, we'll get a night ride on it tonight with the park being open until 10 o'clock. We should get a couple of night rides, hopefully. And in my opinion, that coaster is even better. As much as it's not really pitch black around the ride, they do light it up. There's just something about a wooden structure at night, isn't there, with all the light shining up on it. And yeah, I really can't wait for that. Anyway, I'm sure you're all eagerly waiting to hear these guys' thoughts, especially Alex's thoughts on this ride. So here we go. Steel Vengeance, the best ride in the world, or a letdown?
A letdown.
There you go.
I know Sean's absolutely out of his mind, but he's very...
Everyone's got different opinions.
He's been very understanding of my opinion, and I think you get it, I think Brett gets it. For me right now, after one ride, and I have done one ride, a morning ride, it doesn't take a #1 spot. It doesn't even take a 2 or 3 for me. It probably sits at #4 under Wildfire as I speak right now.
He's probably the only person in the world to think that, isn't he? But that's crazy.
I think I am. I know a couple of people...
In terms of Wildfire anyway.
Oh no, I think there's a couple of people I know who take Wildfire over
really?
From what I've seen, yeah. So, okay, the actual restraint itself I thought was really great. It was really nice, got lots of airtime, being forced and ejected out of the seat. However, the one below the knee there, which is kind of restricted for anyone who's tall, like myself, being 6'6" and a half, like, it made it almost unbearable, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
It actually made the ride feel like I wasn't comfortable because I was too busy worrying about where my knees are sitting on the ride, which for starters takes away a lot of the hype of what you're actually looking at and experiencing. I was thinking more about my knees the whole way through the ride than I was the actual elements of the coaster. Now standing off ride, I agree, it looks out of this world. It is the most beautiful looking roller coaster I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't believe there's any other ride that people think can even compete with that. It's insane visually. And I can see the ejector, I can see the airtime. Can I feel it? No. And I don't even think it was because of my size, I think it was just my height. It caused a lot of restriction. And for me, on that very reason, I couldn't enjoy the ride to its full potential. Had I had a little bit more leg room, I'm going to try sitting in the front of the car rather than the back of the
Yeah, try a few different seats.
Just to see if I can get a little bit better position with my legs. I might even take like knock my shoes off and put some smaller shoes on, just to give myself an extra, you know, half an inch of space.
The restraints aren't great on there.
No, and it took away, I'm not going to lie. It seems to be a bit of a rolling theme on this trip, that restraints are taking away the hype of rides that I'm expecting to be world class. And on this one, it's not even about my build, it's about my height. It's a shame.
What about the first drop, the inversions?
It's incredible.
That crazy amount of like,
I got that fit. I mean, bearing in mind Wildfire was my first RMC of its time, and to get on something like that where you are literally whipped around was absolutely incredible. It was great to get back into that feeling, because you can only really describe that feeling whilst you're on it through the sounds you make and the wails and the screams that you let out whilst you're riding those crazy bank turns. But it's really, really hard without sorting out this leg movement to give it any higher rating of a coaster. then I can, because I wasn't studying it well enough to know where I really rank it. A lot of people are really disappointed, and I get that, and I'm disappointed myself.
Oh no, but that's your opinion, like, you know, everyone's got different opinions.
It's hard. I want to ride it again later on. I want to find new ways of sitting in the train. It's my first time sitting in that train. I need to just find a comfortable position, and maybe, just maybe, it might take it higher. I don't know where it's going to sit. At this moment in time, it's unpredictable, but I enjoy the coast nevertheless, and it's a beast of a machine. I completely understand why it's in your number one. It's out of this world.
There you go. What do you think, Brad? I mean, you've been on it, what, twice before?
It's an incredible ride. I mean, for me, the best part of the coast is actually after the mid-course when you're going through the track.
Yeah.
The ports. That's the best part of the ride. The problem I have with the ride is it's just been overhyped, so your expectations are up there.
Yeah, that's happened to me a lot over the years with certain
It's
things.
an incredible coaster, and it's definitely a top 5 coaster. Whether it's number 1, I'm not sure. I need a night ride before I.
Yeah, and tonight we're going to get that.
Yeah, so I can't really comment on where I'd rank at this point, but it's an incredible coaster. It keeps giving more than any ride. Like, until the end, it keeps its pace and it's unbelievable. Me personally, as a smaller guy, the restraints are fine.
Yeah.
That's a positive for me. I quite like the restraints. Yeah.
Oh, it's all right for some. It's all right for some. Yeah.
It's a great coaster. I mean, I recommend it for anyone. It's unbelievable.
There you go. Anyway, if you haven't guessed already, don't mess about. We're straight in the queue for our next ride. Another fantastic coaster. 2 world-class coasters next to each other here. And we're going on Maverick. This thing is absolutely insane. It's relentless. This ride, during testing, originally had another inversion, and it was that intense it had to be removed before the ride opened. This thing is brilliant. It's got some really nice effects as well on the launch, and it is very, very snappy. So we'll see when we come off Maverick. Let's go. Howdy all! So we've just had a ride on the Mighty Maverick here at Cedar Point.
The Mighty Maverick was damn fun, I can tell you that, sir. It was great fun.
You enjoyed it? How would you rank that coaster from Intamin that opened in 2007? Intamin Blitz.
Me personally, I would say I enjoyed the ride on the Maverick more than Steel Vengeance. I just think that some of those launches are real snappy but real good fun, and the intensity that I was expecting from Steel Vengeance I seem to find over there on your Maverick now, and I think I can't even do the accent.
No, we'll stop with the accent.
But I enjoyed Maverick. It was a really good fun ride. So far, my favourite coaster in this park. It just gave me the intensity and the force that I needed. And you know what? I was comfortable. I was really,
them restraints on there, very, very nice.
They are nice, and all it takes is just wrapping some like padding around the actual shoulder plates here. It's all it needed. I think all the coasters that follow suit with those kind of restraints need to do that, to be honest. It really adds to the experience and makes your ride far more enjoyable. And you know what? Really, really good fun. Really enjoyed that.
It is good fun, and it's very intense. That launch, you know, is hidden underneath the station. You don't really expect it. It comes a bit of a surprise. Of course, if you don't know it's coming. But I absolutely love it. I mean, we're going to keep riding. I mean, it's just gone 10 o'clock. We've already done 2 major coasters. Brett loves that thing as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's probably the best coaster in the park.
The Mighty Maverick.
Yeah, I love Intamin, so.
I love Intamin. I mean, they're probably my favourite manufacturer looking at my top 10. I mean,
definitely,
it's crazy.
It doesn't get much better than that. Probably have Tarn slightly above it, but that's just more the restraints. But the coaster itself,
imagine that if you had the lap bars, that'd be even better, wouldn't it?
Be second to
But there you go. Right, anyway, we're going to continue, of course. Doing some more huge rides here at Cedar Point, making our way down towards Top Thrill Dragster.
Top Thrill Dragster, y'all!
I've got one thing to say to you all, and that is arms down. Let's go. So in 2003, roller coasters changed forever with the opening of Top Thrill Dragster here at Cedar Point. 420 foot tall, 120 miles an hour. And look at this, it's an absolute beauty, I tell you what. when you walk up to it. Honestly, it's a scary structure to look at, it really is. So intimidating, it really is, just seeing it. But here we go, I'm looking forward to seeing what Alex thinks to this. He loved Maverick, wasn't too keen on Steel Vengeance, so let's see what he thinks of Top Thrill Dragster. These three coasters are all my favourites in the park. Here we go, so we've got to use the locker system again. Worth pointing out, we have got like a locker pass. It was like $10, it means we can keep swapping around throughout the day on the lockers. So what we need to do is move it to this location. I'll tell you what though, it's not launched for a while, so we're due one. Here we go. It's a good place to see it. You get ready for this speed. Oh yes. Whoa. We'll see when we come off Top Thrill Dragster. Is it a rollback? Oh, not this time. Hopefully when we're on. Right then, so we've just come off the front row of Top Thrill Dragster. I might have been on that coaster a lot of times last time I came here, but it is still just as impressive as the first time I went on it. On that front row, it's incredible. If you do ever make it out here to Cedar Point, then make sure you do a front row ride for your first time on that. It might have a bit of a longer line than the rest of it, but it is well worth it. We probably waited about an extra 15 minutes, maybe just under that. For that front row, but honestly it is well worth it. The beauty of those trains on there, you were just so exposed on that front row. It's just so low at the sides, you really feel like you're a huge part of the experience on that ride. That really makes it. The launch is absolutely incredible. By the time you get to the end of the launch track, it is just stunning. And obviously you get covered in flies, hence why I've got a few bugs all over my lovely pink t-shirt. But that is an amazing strata coaster. A strata coaster for the strata trip. Like honestly, absolutely amazing to get on that. And first ride for Alex on Top Thrill Dragster. How was it? Was it a letdown? Was it amazing? What did you think?
Best ride of the park so far.
There you go.
Best ride of the trip so far.
That's great.
Really enjoyed
there you
it.
go.
Really enjoyed Top Thrill Dragster. Incredibly forceful. Feeling my cheeks get a little bit like this.
Oh, you feel that a lot, don't you, on that launch?
Yeah. Do you want to do that again for you?
Yeah, go on. Oh, excuse me, I'm still coughing.
You're not feeling good today.
No, I mean, I'm just
getting there.
I just can't get rid of this cold. I don't know what's going on. I can't get rid of it.
I think might do it for you.
Go on.
A ride on Magnum.
You reckon?
I think so.
Right, it's my favourite ice lolly, so let's...
No, the coaster.
The coaster?
Not the lolly.
It's a bit special this year as well, as you'll see in just a moment with the sign. Brett, you love that, didn't you, Dragster?
It's amazing.
Another front row ride.
Like so much of a punch that launch.
Yeah, it does pack a punch. Honestly, I mean, I've been on the fastest coaster in the world, Formula Rossa, and you know, it's about an extra, what, 30 miles an hour faster? But I tell you what, the launch on that is unbeatable on Dragster. It is insane. But anyway, look at this. Magnum XL-200, the original hypercoaster, celebrating 30 years of thrills. It's quite a nice sign, isn't it? 1989 to 2019. So let's go and have a ride on Magnum XL-200, the inspiration for the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. However, this is certainly a lot better and the views are incredible. Magnum XL-200, the original hypercoaster, and what a fantastic ride that is. I shared my thoughts on it last year. So much better in my opinion than the Pepsi Max big one in Blackpool. I know it's very iconic, and it looks great on the skyline, but with that, the amount of airtime, especially on them last few hills, is incredible. Especially really like with that as well, how they've now added some new lighting into the tunnel, which is quite cool. Some LED lights towards the end of the ride. In terms of the first drop on that, it's good. I'd probably say the big one has got a better first drop. However, everything else on that is so much better. Yes, it does have a trim brake. However, it doesn't affect the ride too much because it still carries the speed nicely. And like I say, coming into them final bunny hills, it is absolutely awesome. I tell you what, it's so nice to be back here at this park. I'm loving it just as much today as when I first came just over a year ago. This is a special park. It's like the place to come to ride all these big coasters, and we're in the sunshine with great friends. What more can we want? I mean, what a perfect day today for it. We've had a bit of bad luck on this trip with things. However, today being at Cedar Point in this wonderful weather is more than making up for it. It really is. Yeah, look at this park. Absolutely incredible. We've done 4 major rides this morning. We've just had a little bit of food. I must say the food here is very, very expensive. And we looked at Subway, and how much was it for a sub?
$18 for a foot long.
$18 for a foot long
it's
sub.
probably $8 or $9 for anywhere else out of the park at Subway, and because
It's a lot.
the park, they've jacked it up almost double, which is, well, more than double actually.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, isn't
It's a lot, but you've got a refillable drink there.
That's a good deal.
What is it, $14?
$14.99, and that you can refill it all day. And then for the rest of the days you're here for the trip, it's $1 a refill. Which
I think that's good value, actually.
I think it is, and especially with the weather like this, you want to drink, so great value.
There you are. You enjoyed Magnum?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Best Arrow Hyper out there.
Let's do a night ride if we can this trip on there. It is worth it.
Those tunnels at night are going to be something special.
The thing is with this park, there's so many rides to do at night, but we're going to get like maybe an hour's worth of night rides, maybe.
Yeah, we got 2 days. We got 2 hours of night ride.
Oh, look at this. It's very cute, isn't it? How was Magnum? You enjoy it? Some good air time.
Good air time. The end of that ride. Oh, wow. You really feel like you've been thrown out of your seat. Where's the big one's air time?
I know.
What
it hasn't got any, unfortunately. But this is a bit. You're looking forward to this one, aren't you,
This is
Gatekeeper?
the one I think I've been, I wouldn't say most anticipating, but certainly the one I've known more about at this park than any other ride. As much as I know you and I have spoken about Steel Vengeance thousands of times, and Maverick and Thrill Dragster. There's something about getting on this coaster now which I'm really, really looking forward to.
It's very iconic, and I know it's a newer coaster here at the park. It's the B&M Wing. However, it is at the entrance. It is the Gatekeeper, you know. So.
And as I can imagine as you're walking into that park right now, seeing that coaster go over your head must be pretty impressive. It wasn't open when we were coming in this morning, but I look forward to when I'm leaving later on, hopefully getting to see it at night time. And you know, I think this park's going to have a beautiful skyline at night time.
Oh, well, even later on, we'll just walk out and see it and
come back
walk along the beach here. That's the beauty of this park. It's got multiple entrances, so we could walk out that way, walk along the beach.
And multiple coasters depending on your preference. That's another big thing I think at this park. Some people have some rides that prefer more than others. Some prefer tour rides, some prefer spinny rides, some prefer inverting coasters. You know, you've got such a variety of choice of rides.
Something here for everyone.
Really, there is.
Let's carry on riding. 5th coaster of the day, Gatekeeper. Let's go. Bags in the locker. So we've done a couple of coasters since I last spoke to you. We actually did that ride on Gatekeeper, 6 inversions on there, and I must say that was running absolutely fantastic. That's the best ride I've ever had on Gatekeeper. I thought it was brilliant, to be honest. I think it was just running so well in these conditions today. Bear in mind, there's no wind or anything. It was just running beautifully, that was. Really, really good. I mean, I enjoyed it when I came here last year. However, that was just so much better. Following on from that, we then went on Wicked Twister, gave that a go, and that's the Intamin Impulse. And yeah, that's really good fun as well. I mean, I enjoy a lot of the rides here. It's one of the best theme parks in the world, or amusement parks, depending on what you class it as, you know, a mix of both. Get yourselves on YouTube, Theme Park Worldwide, check it out. Check it out, you're on YouTube. You having a good day?
Yes.
What's your favourite coaster?
Millennium Force.
Millennium Force? Millennium Forceless, oh no. See you later. Have a good day. But there you go. How was your ride on Gatekeeper and Wicked Twister? You like that?
It was exactly what I wanted. Wicked Twister was also good fun. Really good ride. Looked nice to be by the beach, looking out as you're on those coasters for GateKeeper. Wow, exactly what I wanted on that ride. Come off that, exactly what I wanted. Very, very happy.
Yeah, great on there, isn't it? All the inversions and different
Colour scheme of the
elements.
coaster is probably my highlight though.
Yeah.
I love a blue and white coaster. There's something about it. It fits the colour scheme of the park too with the logo. Perfect, really nice.
There you go. But also, so yesterday we had a bit of a bad day when we went to Kings Island at the end. It closed an hour early. And we actually mentioned in the vlog how we went to guest services and spoke with them about them closing it early. And they actually said that they were going to give us some express passes for today here at Cedar Point. We've actually just been to guest services and they've gave us Fast Lane Plus, which we think is for all of the rides. So even better, I mean, that more than makes up for yesterday now, doesn't it? 100%. They said to us they were going to give us 3 fast tracks each, and they've gave us unlimited fast lane, it seems.
On the band as well.
Is it Fast Lane Plus or just Fast Lane?
I'm not too sure, to be honest, but I mean, yeah, we said we were going to. They said they were going to give us for 3 coasters, and they've gave us unlimited, it seems. So, or at least for one that's on every ride. I don't know.
We can ask an entrance and find out.
So that's more than made up for yesterday's issue that we had at Kings Island. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. So it means that we can get loads more rides in using fast lane, and we're not had to pay for it. You know me, I don't really like the whole idea of fast track. We did complain yesterday at Kings Island. They've gave it us for free. We're not going to turn that down. Would I pay for it? No. However, we may as well make the most of it today because we've been given it. But yeah, that certainly doesn't mean that I support it anymore. But yeah, we may as well do Raptor whilst we're here. I mean, yeah, we may as well go on Raptor and have a go on here, the nice B&M inverted coaster. Rules the sky. So yeah, that's really good of them. Big thank you to the park, and yeah, really understandable. It's great. Done a couple more coasters. First we did Raptor, the B&M invert. That was running really well on the back row. It's a fantastic coaster. You enjoyed that, didn't you, Alex?
I did indeed.
Quite intense.
Quite intense, quite forceful, yeah. It seems to be the rolling theme of the coasters here today, but
yeah,
very, very good.
That's what it's all about. And then following on from that, obviously that opened in 1994. We're right back to a nice traditional wooden coaster, Blue Streak from 1964. An old ride out. How did you find that one?
Very, very good, Woody. I also had an extra head chopper element that I wasn't quite prepared for that someone else on the train got, courtesy of our friend Brett right here.
Now, Martin Hotwood is known in these vlogs for not securing his loose articles on Whirlwind at Toverland where he lost his phone. Brett over here has just lost his hat on Blue Street. How do you feel?
Well, a bit disappointed, but you win some, you lose some. So.
I'm disappointed that you didn't secure your loose articles.
I think the problem is, he's not got enough air to his head because he's been wearing the cap all day. At least now he's lost it, he might have some common sense to secure his loose articles.
It was fine, and then I went over airtime here.
I had some good airtime. I had quite a loose restraint on
found
that.
out that apparently the cap's only worth $5, so that's alright.
$5, we're alright with that. But so moving on, I think we're going on Valravn next. Honestly, like I say, in terms of this fast track, it's great how the park have gave us it today to make up for that yesterday. It's good customer service that. We were so annoyed yesterday. We travelled so far to go to that park, and when it closed an hour early, we were gutted. So really, really pleased with that today. It's making the day, and I never have fast track in a park. I never pay for it. You know, so it's amazing to have it for free for a change, really. It's really kind of them. Anyway, moving on, look at this beast. Whoa, look at that, Valravn, the B&M dive coaster. It has got them vest restraints on here. However, you can't really feel them anywhere near as much as on Banshee. There's the inverted coaster that we did yesterday at Kings Island. I don't think they're too bad on here. I still don't enjoy them as much as the other restraints. However, the view from this is absolutely incredible. And like I said, them restraints aren't quite as bad as the other ones. But yeah, here we go, Valravn, nice gift shop. Look at him doing his hair in the mirror over there.
Checking the merch.
In the window. Oh, okay, checking the merch. Another ride where we've got to use the lockers, but we've got our locker pass, $10, transfer it all day. Let's go on Valravn, share some off-ride shots for you all. Just come off Valravn, the parks, B&M dive coaster, and again that was running absolutely fantastic. It's a ride that I enjoyed last time I was here, but I feel like the coasters today are just running even better than when I was here last time. I love that, it's a great dive coaster. Obviously it's got them best restraints, however, after doing Banshee yesterday, there are nowhere near as bad on there. Really would like to know B&M and how they're working on these different restraints. I mean, it's just not right, is it, how on different rides that some of them are tightening up, some of them are like locking all the way down, some of them are quite comfortable, others are terrible. I don't know, like it just seems to be really weird how there's so many differences with these best restraints. But yeah, there's 3 inversions on there. The first drop's incredible, and I must say the views are absolutely brilliant on there as well. We've actually lost someone, haven't we, Brett?
Yeah,
we've lost Alex.
He's gone back to the hotel.
He's gone back to the hotel. He's not feeling very well, unfortunately.
No.
But we do know that he really enjoyed Valravn. He did say that he really liked it, but maybe that's just sent him like, yeah, a little bit ill. So he's going to the hotel to have a chill. So hopefully it'll be better for later on. But me and Brett are going to keep going and keep riding. I'm not feeling 100% myself. However, you know, especially when we got these, I'm going to make the most of it. So up next, we are going on Millennium Force, and yeah, I think you can all guess which year this opened. So we'll see when we come off.
You know, I feel like it's down.
This park has got some very iconic roller coasters. A Millennium Force that opened 19 years ago was another one of those that just topped the height record at 310 feet, of course with a 300-foot drop. It's a great ride. It's not one of my favourites in the park. However, it's still an absolutely incredible ride. I think because Cedar Point, I've got so many big standout coasters. You know, if that was in another park, it would definitely be my favourite ride there. But because there's so much other stuff in this park, then yeah, it's kind of a bit lower. It's probably like my 3rd or 4th favourite ride here at Cedar Point. But yeah, it just doesn't feature that much force, even though it's called Millennium Force. I know that's a bit controversial because a lot of people do really enjoy that ride. Of course, it's all about respecting people's opinions, and same with Alex's thoughts earlier on Steel Vengeance. That's his opinion on it. My opinion on Millennium Force is that I think the views are incredible, it looks great off-ride, it's an iconic coaster, but it's not really got any airtime, and I know it's not really about that, it's more the speed on that ride, because you can feel that speed. It is absolutely ridiculous. You do get some great airtime though on the little bunny hill towards the end of the ride. I always nearly grey out when I come over that first overbank. I think because you've just gone down that huge drop, and then you're straight up into that overbank. There's that feeling of like a grey out on there. But it's still a fantastic coaster, don't get me wrong. and you got to think the sheer height of that, and the train design is great as well with that little lap bar. It just means that you're so exposed, and you're up that high on the ride, and you're looking down at Lake Erie, and you're thinking, oh my God, all that's holding me in is this little lap bar. And then you go down that drop, and yeah, it's still a very enjoyable ride. But what do you think to it, Brett? I mean, what are your thoughts?
I think it's a great ride. The fact you can see Canada from the top of it too is
fascinating fact.
amazing. The view is probably some of the best views on the park.
Yeah.
We sat towards the back of the train. As you said, I think it is better towards the front personally, but just for the sheer speed factor. But I mean, like we said, it's probably the best ride in any other park. But this, unfortunately, it's the 4th or 5th best just because there's so many better coasters. But
so much here, isn't it?
it's just more the iconic factor you've got to ride. That one, say it's amazing, but it's just so iconic. Check it off the list.
I mean, this part were the first to hit 200 feet. They were the first to hit 400. Well, they were 400, but of course then they went did 300, then 400. Like, it's 500 coming. Like,
who knows?
Who knows? Like, there's a lot of rumours going around that Cedar Point might be going to 500 in the future. Of course, is that even possible? I mean,
I don't know.
Let's see. I mean, what manufacturer could go up to that height to take them to 500?
Like the one that's coming to Orlando, well, was meant to come to Orlando. Is that one, a polar coaster?
Yeah, the polar coaster, and it was like an observation tower with the coaster built on the side. Yeah. Unless they're maybe looking at something like that here. Yeah. I don't know, but
I don't know if it fit the part well though.
No, I don't. I think, you know, could we maybe see RMC go and do something a bit crazy? I mean, they're the manufacturer at the moment that are pushing themselves. Could they maybe go and do 500? I don't know. Or maybe Intamin could come back and pull something new out the bag. Yeah. Anything's possible. But anyway, before we go around and do some other rides, we're going to do a couple of re-rides on our favourites. Of course, Maverick and also Steel Vengeance. So we're going to do a few more rides on there, and we'll see you afterwards. Brett have just had a very special moment together. I've been riding roller coasters for like 20 years now, since I was a kid, and I've just had the best ride I've ever had on a roller coaster in the back right seat of Steel Vengeance. That was absolutely incredible. I said this a year ago that I had the best ride ever, and it was a night ride on it. That has just topped that night ride, so I cannot wait until this evening to see how that is running tonight, because that is running like the clappers around them elements. That was incredible. How was it compared to this morning, Brett? I mean, a difference or?
It's warmed up so much, and it's quite noticeable too from the back left to the back right. We'd say we both.
It is. We've just done 2 rides on it, and I was on the right first, Brett on the left. Then we swapped, and the back right seat is definitely the best seat on that ride. If you're queuing up for it, waiting a long time, ask the staff for the back row. They're very accommodating with it. They'll normally let you wait. Get on the back right seat if you want that best experience.
You said it best, it's the ride that just keeps on giving.
It keeps on giving from start to finish. I've never had as much airtime as I have just on that. Wow. The Voyage was close the other day, but honestly that's still solid #1 for me. In terms of other rides we've done loads, haven't we, in the past hour and a half? We did Magnum XL-200 again. Front row, that was brilliant. Some great views, especially over the water park area, that looks great. Along with that as well, we did Maverick again on the front row. That was insane, wasn't it? I mean, there's some solid coasters in this park.
The top 3 punch here is better than anywhere in the world.
It is better than anywhere in the world.
Maverick, and then the main attraction.
The main event, so to speak. And Alex is meeting us now to do some more rides. We're going to head down to Gemini and do that nice classic Arrow. So I'll share some off-ride footage, and we'll see what Alex thinks to that. I think we really need to get him back on there later on the back right seat.
Definitely change.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed that he's not enjoyed it as much as I was hoping that he would. But likewise, you know, everyone's got different opinions. You've got to respect that. And it's not for everyone. Like, you know, that is for me personally, it's the best ride currently operating in the world.
Also, because of the restraints being so restrictive, for a taller guy like Alex,
maybe that's causing issues.
It's a different ride experience, isn't it? So we'll never know.
Who knows? But we'll definitely get it on later. Let's head down to Gemini, another classic coaster here at Cedar Point. we've just done both tracks then over on Gemini, that classic Arrow coaster built in 1978. I love that. The fact it's got that hybrid structure, it's pretty smooth as well for its age. You do want to really be sitting not on the wheel seats. You want better in the middle of the carriage on that, but obviously towards the back of the train. But yeah, it's a fantastic ride. Really like it. First time I went on it last year, I just wasn't expecting it to be anywhere near as good as it is. It's got some great airtime, especially towards the back. And what I really like with that as well is how you get great views looking over towards the water park, over towards Lake Erie. You look out to the right, great views over towards Millennium Force. And yeah, the interaction on that ride's great as well. People put their arms out, high-fiving the other train. It's just like Grand National at Blackpool, really, with that, how it's interactive, and I really like that. You know me, I love my Arrow coasters, and that was a big part of me wanting to come to this park when I came last year, just to do all the Arrow stuff and some of the water rides as well that Arrow built. So, what are your thoughts on that, Brett?
It's a fun family ride. I mean, it's got, for me personally, it's got a bit too rough. It takes the fun out of it.
78 though. So.
Yeah, I mean, Arrows, the classics, aren't they? So you've got to respect them for what they paved the way for the bigger coasters. So
They did indeed. What do you think, Alex? He's back. Here we go. Da, 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 da.
Hello.
How you feeling?
A lot better. Hot, hot, hot. I thought you were going to make
That's
me say.
good.
How you feeling? Hot, hot, hot.
Body's feeling a bit better.
Gemini was good fun. I enjoyed that.
Family coaster.
It's better on the blue seats than the red seats we found though. It just packs a little bit more of a punch, and the trim brakes kind of ruined it a little bit on the red side. But fun coaster, great for interaction. Reminds me a lot of Grand National, but much more sleeker, smoother. Good fun family coaster.
There you go. But he's back and he's in business for the last 4 hours of the day. We've done loads, and like I say, me and Brett did quite a few re-rides earlier. Now last year, one of my favourite parts of this park was inside this very building here, the Town Hall Museum, because there was a guy I was chatting to in here who built an amazing model of Steel Vengeance, and I want to see if it's finished or not, because he was standing right, oh wow.
It's finished.
He was working on this model last year. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see this. So the guy was building this last year, and there you go. He did actually tell me that it was going to be a working model. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that it's going round. However, there is a panel that doesn't look like it's, I don't know, is it complete yet? Well, maybe it is, yeah, it just doesn't look very, I mean, is the train on there or anything? Or, oh, it still says it's in progress. Maybe it's still not finished in terms of a working model. However, this guy doesn't actually, who's built this, doesn't actually work for the park. I was chatting to him for ages last year. He's very fascinating. He's got like another job, and then the park sort of brought him in to build this model. So yeah, fascinating. If you want to see a full video from in this museum here, I did a completely separate vlog all about this last year, because this park's got so much history. So yeah, if you want to see that, make sure you check it out. But yeah, look at that. Absolutely incredible. Good to see that it's all finished. It's got all the lights as well on the lift hill. I assume they work because there's all wires leading up to them. But yeah, I'd love to see that going round. I wonder if it actually has done yet, or if it's not gone to plan. I mean, not too sure. Looking at some of the track up there, it doesn't look like it's been round actually. Maybe we can ask a member of staff in here and find out. Let's dodge it up here at Cedar Point, let's go! Oh, look at cowbell, look at that! A little bit of drumming action there, but I quite enjoyed that. However, there's a certain highlight of coming over here to the United States of America. And another reason why I love Cedar Point so much, it's all about Chick-fil-A, which is a really nice fast food chain over here. Look at this meal. Oh, I mentioned earlier on about how it cost me just for some normal fries and a small drink that was that big. It was like $10. Look at this, full meal for like $9.20. Not too bad at all. You got these really nice potato fries and then really good quality chicken nuggets. These are great. I had them last time I was here. Regular drink there as well. Chick-fil-A is awesome. If you come here to Cedar Point, check it out. If if you are American watching this video, I know that you guys absolutely love it over here, and I do too. The quality of this is absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to tuck into that and enjoy the wonderful atmosphere here at Cedar Point.
Is that chicken nugget for me?
What's that?
Is that for me? That
It's not for you, mate. No, you go and get your own Chick-fil-A.
You've not got me anything.
No Chick-fil-A for you, Brett.
Pour yourself a friend.
Oh, Brett, there's plenty of Chick-fil-A for you. Alex?
Sorry.
Chick-fil-A.
Tired.
Chick-fil-A. Off we go on the Cedar Point Railroad, where we get some fantastic views on here. The sun's going down over the park, so we thought we'd come for a ride on here. Gonna save some of the other coasters for tomorrow, just so we've got some more stuff to look forward to. But yeah, it's a good time to go on here with the sun setting over the park. Get some nice footage. There we go, you get a fantastic view around here of Millennium Force. Especially sitting on this side, go right past the lift hill. So I'll show you when we get a bit further down here.
5 years ago, if the ride ever goes down, the ride is down, because that's like, I gotta go back and forth, right now, I gotta wait an hour.
So along with those fantastic views of Millennium Force, you also come right round the back just here of Maverick. Shame that it's not going up there. But look at that view. Probably the best views actually of this coaster from round the back here, and you've got to come on the train to get them. Oh, there she is.
You guys doing Hershey Park?
Hershey Park, Crowwoods, Kennywood, Dollywood.
Kennywood later next month.
Oh, there's the Vengeance there, peeking through the trees. Can't wait for a nice night ride on that tonight. There's the Wild West School over there. Look at all this. Great. He's got a gun over there. Oh, God. Oh! Blimey. Oh, what's he doing in there? Is he going to the toilet? Love it.
Понимают вверх, потом просто пускают и не пахнет.
is here at Cedar Point. The sun going down, absolutely wonderful. I love this park. One of the best parks in the world. It's amazing to be back here. I'm just as happy being here again for a second visit as I am the first time I came here. You never know with some things, like you come for the first time and you think, oh, are you going to enjoy it anywhere near as much the second time? I do. I absolutely love this park. And we've just been on the train there, which is wonderful. You've got all the fire effects around there, along with that as well. You've got all the different skeletons and dancing things. It's really, really nice, that train. And you get some great views of the rides as well. I'm actually just about doing some other coasters tomorrow. We decided we're going to go on Rougarou. It's got a walk-on queue as well. We've met up with a few more fans of Theme Park Worldwide, some friends as well of ours that we met earlier in the trip. So yeah, we're going to go on Rougarou. It used to be known as Mantis, this, and yeah, it used to be a stand-up coaster, and then they changed it and put the floorless trains on there. And yeah, I quite like this coaster actually, so I'm looking forward to getting back on it. So let's go. So we've just come off Maverick. I mean, we did Magnum XL-200 in a sunset ride that was stunning. We've done Maverick, and it's not fully pitch black yet, but it's still quite dark. Yeah. And we're on the front row, and I'm going to rename that ride the Swarm because of all the bugs. Swarm of bugs around that ride. Well, like a lot of the rides, I think we've come at a season where there's a lot of bugs around the lake. So
it's the transition point from getting cooler to getting warm, and the bugs are out. I mean, you were pretty fortunate you had your glasses on.
Yeah, like so it didn't hit me in the eyes.
But it was. I mean, the coast is amazing. The bugs. I mean, it didn't help the ride, but it was great. There was one little problem with the ride.
Yeah, it was something that upset me and Brett a bit. Go on, break the news.
So that's one of my favourite night rides because of the second launch in the tunnel, pitch black. But the lights were on.
The lights were on, like the emergency lighting was on inside the tunnel, which was really, really weird.
It really just ruined the whole second launch, to be honest.
The rest of the coaster was still amazing. Yeah. I'm covered in bugs. However, we've got Vengeance coming up. It's 10 to 10. We're going to get in that queue. We're going to do normal line. Let's go for it. So we'll see when we come off, and we'll give you our full thoughts on the day, a bit of a summary, and of course we're back for a day 2 vlog tomorrow. But yeah, we're going to get in the queue with Steel Vengeance. I can't take you into the queue with my camera, unfortunately, because it won't fit into the zip-up pocket on the ride. It's a shame because we miss out. We were talking about this earlier. Because of that, we miss out on some nice moments.
Honestly, with Vengeance, it's probably the best queue line to get the off-ride shots. You're underneath some of the most amazing inversions in the coaster, and you just can't film it.
It's a shame, really. But there you go. We're going for our ride in the dark on Steel Vengeance, and we'll see you when we come off and we'll wrap up the day. Right then, so we've just had that last ride of the day on Steel Vengeance, and we met up with so many people who I actually met here last year, and honestly it was incredible, wasn't it?
It's been great.
How was it then at the end? How would you say?
I'm sorry to tell you, Sean.
Go on.
because I really feel bad for your eardrum right now. But it was number 1!
Oh my God!
Oh yeah!
What changed your mind since earlier on, would you say?
So I went back to the hotel and I need to calm down because people are chilling out. I went back to the hotel earlier this afternoon, as you saw in the video. I changed my shoes. I'm now in they're still pretty big shoes.
Smaller
but
shoes.
They're smaller in terms of height off the ground. And I did find myself really restricted below the knee, which is usually a sign that someone tall is sat in the restraint, and it was becoming almost unbearable to enjoy the ride earlier on.
Yeah.
And I thought, I hope, because that's the only thing I can physically change besides ride positioning, which is kind of random. It's the height, it's shoes, and shoes are the only thing I can do. I can't just chop 6 inches off my legs. It's not something you can do just to get on the coaster. So that was my only option, and I sat there on the back right. I was nervous because I was kind of on my broken toe, and I had my other foot pressing on it because that was the comfiest position I could find.
But you got on it.
I got on it. I got air time. I got the most insane amount of air time ejector, and it was wonderful. Night time added to it. The fact it's been running for 12 hours certainly added to it.
It does make a big difference. Don't judge any coaster really too early in the day, but
I think the woodies are the prime example of that. Anything that's wood, even with a little bit of steel like an RMC, they do take time to get going. Sometimes they've only done 3 or 4 test trains in the morning. Give it time. If you are in the park later in the evening, get that last ride. It's a magical experience. The staff were cheering. It just felt great. And to call that a #1 coaster is an honour.
there you go. And in terms of the park itself, we'll talk more about that at the end of day 2 tomorrow.
Definitely.
I think there's a lot more for us to see at this park.
Yeah, we've got to summarise.
We'll summarise it more tomorrow and get your full thoughts on the rest of Cedar Point.
Definitely.
But Brett, what do you think? I mean, you've been here before,
Yeah,
been here more than me, so
The good news is you can always rely on Cedar Point, can't you?
you can rely on Cedar Point. It's not let us down, has it,
Not
today?
let us down. I mean, that for me has been the best day I've probably ever had on the theme park, and probably the best night ride I've ever had on a coaster.
That's really good to hear. I'd feel the same. I mean, the rides that we've had today, that was the best ride I've ever had on a coaster tonight.
Everything has just gone right. We've had 3 trains on everything. The weather's been just perfect, and hung out with some great people. Just had a great day.
Met some nice people, and again, we'll sort of summarise it all tomorrow. We're very tired. It's like 11:30. We waited like 90 minutes at the end, but it was worth it. We'll see you tomorrow for day 2 here at Cedar Point, where us 3 will be back for another day here at this absolutely awesome amusement park, and one of my personal favourites out there in the world. We'll do some more rides, get some more off-ride shots, and we'll get the full review of what everybody thought of the whole 2 days at Cedar Point at the end of tomorrow's vlog. I'm Sean Sandbrook. Thanks for watching Theme Park Worldwide. That means it's time to cue those credits. See you all tomorrow.